I didn't want to feel like, hey, there's more. There they are. All right, cool. All right, all right. Hey guys, sorry about that. All right, so I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a new year for me anyway. But so here's what I want to do moving forward. I really want to energize and grow this team. So I want to start off by doing a few things, one of which is incentivize you guys to find more people. At the end of the day, our entire business here relies on transactions, relies on people finding real estate. And so you will get paid a portion of a transaction from anyone that you bring in. You don't have to run them. You don't have to teach them. You don't do anything. You just say, hey, Jimmy, over here. That's it. If they buy a course, if they do a paid program, you get a third of what they pay. If they don't pay anything, you still get 10% of the check they generate. So if they generate a $5,000 check to the company, you've made $500 on that transaction. As many transactions down the line as they do. So it's kind of clear that you can make money bringing people in. So that's the first thing. Second thing is I really want everyone to use my new scheduling app, which I'm sending out to you, that says, I want you to schedule some time with me. I want to get everyone reoriented because I think I feel like I don't talk to a lot of you guys. I talk to some of you guys a lot, and I talk to a lot of you guys almost never. So I want to kind of reconnect and make sure we're keeping you focused. So that's the second thing. And how can we energize you? Now, I want to be clear that one of the ways that you can get deals is contact local realtors and say, hey, have you got any expired listings? And we can work out a fee to them for sharing this with us. And also, hey, do you have any listings that haven't sold in 60, 90 or more days? Things hanging around are definitely a doable thing. So those are some strategies. Reach out to local realtors, reach out to other wholesalers. And I'm seeing a couple people on here, so I'm just trying to find how I get back to the chat because I'm not seeing anybody here. Hey, Ashley, good to see you. Hey, Tabitha. Did I read that right? Yeah, okay, cool. Kind of curious. I don't recognize either one of you guys, and I see you a lot on here. Is this something you are interested in? Please let me know. I have a lot of people in the chat section of this which aren't signed up, which is great. Would love to have you, but I want to get you guys on board so we can start generating deals together. So anyone that is not a JV member of us, is not a student, is not on board with us, please send us your name and email address, and I'll get you some paperwork so we can get you in the loop. So for those of you who are new, I'll start off. This is Steve. I'm director of REI homepage, wholesaler, broker, investor. And basically, this is our training class. This is one of our 3 training classes per week. You guys are basically getting to see the Asset Mastermind, which is our paid course for $300 a year. Not a lot of pay, but whatever. And you're basically getting a little bit of a glimpse of that. So what we do here is we help people learn how to develop their real estate business and learn how to develop deals. The third thing, and it's a very snowy day today, so I do not encourage driving for dollars today. If you're up in the snow belt where we're getting hit today, just don't go crazy. And actually, I'm about to hit a low battery, so I'm going to relocate to my chair where the battery charger actually is. So just give me 1 second to move across the building. Okay, so here we are. All right, just had to get that plugged in because otherwise I'll go dark and you guys won't have any more. That'll be sad. Okay, so now that we're reorienting and developing some new ways of getting deals. So that's what I want to talk about first. I mentioned contacting your local agents for expired listings and put them in touch with me. I can arrange to get them paid for this, but sometimes they'll just give them to you. And have them set you up on it's called a drip campaign, things that have been on the market for more than 60, 90 days. So the second way you want to be doing it is I will supply you with all the phone lists you need. We have many, many, many tools. If you want to do land, you want to do self-storage, you want to do mobile home parks, you want to do whatever, reach out to us. We can help you get that put together. You can also make money helping people borrow money. We do DSCR lending and a bunch of other types of lending. So those are more ways you can get involved in getting deals done, in making money. You're lending people money, you're helping them get their deal done. We get paid for that. Bandit signs, postcards. We actually have a big postcard campaign going out next January. 12,000, I think, something like that over the course of the year. Almost 1,000 a month, which is a repeat. So it's not 12,000 people individually. It's like 4,000 people 3 times or something like that. Because everything is repetitive visibility. Everything is showing people, being present for people, being visible. That's why you see a lot of people on social media a lot. You see a lot of people in, whatever, a lot. So being visible. Driving for dollars, when it's not snowy, finding abandoned property. What we want is the people who are motivated to sell. But what I really wanted to cover today is everyone's talking about how the economy is changing. It is. And we've been riding a stupid wave for the last 4 years. And waves end. Waves hit the beach. It happens. So we need to get reoriented and say, okay, what's going to work going forward? Going forward, people are going to get more motivated, more foreclosures, more this, more that. And this is not political. This is just reality. The economy is changing. You can say because of Trump, because of Biden, you can blame it on whatever you want, but it's changing. The reality is we need to find those people that have a need to sell. I believe all of you should also get licensed in PA, but and we can bring you on board with Guerrilla Real Estate. The beautiful part is you do not have to be a National Association of Realtors member. So that's the other awesome thing. In January, the NAR is instituting a policy where you don't need to be an NAR member just because you join my firm. So if you say, hey, all I want to do is wholesale and I want to do it legally, great, we'll bring you on board. Starting Thursday, I'm going to have a very structured path of every day's class, and I'm going to be publishing starting Tuesday, next week's first class, what our agenda is for every class going forward. So this is sort of a reorientation meeting. We have a site that I'm going to show you now, which is our, I guess for lack of a better term, our homepage. So let me get this launched here. That didn't work. REI homepage is the site that we run everything from. Everything I do is on REI homepage. I Fund Your Deal, Guerrilla Real Estate, which is so I Fund Your Deal is all of our lendings. Guerrilla Real Estate is the licensed brokerage firm. Wholesale broker is our being your back office. And this is huge going into next year. This is a huge opportunity for you guys to make money getting people who don't want to be a JV partner with us, but you want to use our CRM. You want to use our toolkits. You want to use our contracts. You want to be involved in our coursework. You want to be part of you want to use our resources without giving us a share of your transactions. That's REI home. That's wholesale broker. REI Answer Man. That's all of our educational stuff. Asset Mastermind, so on and so forth. Crimson Cape's our property management company. Not a huge need for you. We Buy Mid-Atlantic Homes is another brand name that Hunting for Homes goes after. This is our wholesale brand. This is for you guys who are in the New York to DC alley, and I still include it a little further south than DC and a little. It's pretty much. We Buy Mid-Atlantic is technically DC to New York, but anything East Coast is really what We Buy Mid-Atlantic is for. Asset Mastermind is a subset of our education. This is our mastermind group. And Storage Guys is our self-storage community. So I want to kind of introduce each one today and give you an idea of where you guys fit into each one of these things. Because this is really going to be a good opportunity for everyone to kind of get oriented. And I'm going to try to walk through everything on a one-by-one basis. So we'll start right here with what is REI homepage. REI homepage is the resource page. And one of the most important sections of REI homepage, besides Book Time with Steve, always good that, sell to us. You have a deal, you're not even a member of ours or anything with us. You bring us a deal that we or one of our partners buys, and through this sell to us link, you will, and it goes to Hunting for Homes, is an easy place to get to our form. You'll get credit for bringing us this deal. You'll get money, bluntly. You'll get paid for bringing us the deal. Join our team. This brings us to a lot of different ways you can join our team. So you can sign up here as a free, no-cost joint venture member. You get access to some of these trainings. You get access to bringing us deals, having us analyze deals with you, whatever. Get deals funded. This is ifundyourdeal.com. And actually, it should have gone to ifundyourdeal, but okay, fine. This is how we can get deals funded right here. This is how you can get paid for helping people fund deals. Videos. Shockingly enough, this is my YouTube channel and all the videos that are there. We're going to break this down further in the future, but whatever. Asset Mastermind. Asset Mastermind is a great program that I've been trying to get myself to launch. I'm finally doing it. For $300 a year, you get 3 live 1-hour trainings per week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You're a part of a 24/7 online community, if my words would actually come out correctly, where we have chat groups and deal analysis and partnerships and blah, 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 blah. And you get access to me for $300 a year and my partners. For $300 a year, you are getting a lot of value here. This is what we call in every industry the loss leader. Even if I had 1,000 people here, I'm not going to make not a lot of money on this, because $300,000 is going to go right out to the operation of the program. I don't care. This is a way of giving people a chance to affordably get into real estate investing. Asset Mastermind for $300 a year, you're getting 3 hours of live instructional training. You're getting direct access to me. You're getting to do your deals with us, list your deals with us. We negotiate your deals, even if you're not part of our group. Now, what's also important within Asset Mastermind is that there's a few different options that you can kind of grow into. So this is what you get with Asset Mastermind. You get a lot of ability, lending and borrowing, web calculators, document library, all this kind of stuff. And there's 3 different levels. And I'm not trying to sell you guys on it. I'm trying to help you understand what it is. I'm really not looking for everyone on this call to sign up in a paid program. I would much rather you bring me deals and never sign up for a paid program. But just know it's here, because you get 1/3 of each one of these payments. And actually, I have to have them fix this. It's 3, 550, 8 is what it's supposed to be. But anyway. So Asset Mastermind Basic is $300 a year. You get the software package or the document package and advanced calculators here. And for $800 a year, you get the document, the full software package. So at $300, you're getting the information. You're getting access to us. You're getting JV. You're getting the mastermind, the meetups, the online community, and the ability to bring us deals and have us work deals with you. For $600, $550, you get to choose, do you add to that our document set and access to our document development tool? Or do you add to that our back office? The software that runs our business runs yours. For $800, you get everything. So you get the mastermind, plus you get the document set toolkit, plus you get the CRM and software and everything else. The beautiful part is you take 1/3 of these numbers. You sell one of these, you made $100. You find a buyer for this, you made, well, it's really $550, so it's 55 times 3, so you're making $150. You sell one of these, it's whatever 1/3 of that is, $250, something like that. We're always training. We're always increasing our training library, increasing all this. So this is what you can do. And if you don't want to buy, people go here. So the point is, you get all the access you need, all the options you need within Asset Mastermind. Then Guerrilla Realty. If you're a PA licensed agent, come on board. We're going to be bringing January 1st some really interesting programs here, like $50 a month membership and $1,000 per closing, and that's it. You're good every other way. We want to bring on more agents. We want to do more transactions. Right now it's an 80-20, and after you paid the company $10,000, then you keep all the money, basically. Sorry, my brain's fried. So right now it's 80-20, and after you pay the company $10,000, you only pay $600 per closing. So if you're a high volume producer, good. If you would rather something that's no percentage, if you're a wholesaler used to making all the money, great. Sign up for us for $50, $100, $150 a month, different programs. Pay us $1,000 per closing, and you keep the rest. I don't care if you're making $50,000. I'm not looking to be high cost. I'm looking to make sure wholesalers are legal. That's the difference. I fund your deal. This is where we have. So that's Guerrilla Real Estate. I fund your deal is our lending division, private money, hard money, fix and flip, everything else. The wholesale broker. This is our back office for wholesalers across the country. Live webinars, toolkits, calculators, CRM, software, everything is here. This is, you don't want to be a JV partner with us, but you want to work with us. You want a back office. You want someone involved in some way, whether we're your CRM, whether we're your deal analysis tool, your back, whatever it is. However we can grow your wholesale business, that's what we are. REI Answer Man. This is the education section. We looked at this a little earlier with the 3 programs. Asset Mastermind plus you choose either the document set or you choose the CRM access, not the document set, the document creation tool, or the CRM access. And then over here, you get both for everything. 300, 550, we're dropping this to 800. That way there's a discount to everything. Okay. Crimson Cape Property Management, very little need to go there. This is our Northeastern Pennsylvania property management company. However, new announcement for those of you who are in other markets and you want to run a property management company, but your broker says no. You will not be able to stay with your broker because you can only work for one brokerage at a time. However, you can come to us and we can build with you a property management company in your area. Crimson is not offering the clone our business model. My wife, who's my primary agent on Crimson Cape, doesn't really want to expand yet to other markets, but I'm willing to be the broker of record for your property management company as long as you meet our criteria. Whole different conversation there. We need to have that conversation on a one-on-one basis. We Buy Mid-Atlantic Homes. So this is Hunting for Homes and We Buy Mid-Atlantic Homes are really the same thing. It's just the brand name of We Buy Mid-Atlantic Homes is a little bit more generic, a little bit more widespread. Primarily, we work in Ohio, Eastern Ohio, Pennsylvania, and all the states that touch PA. We will work anywhere in the country if you bring deals and you have knowledge in that market. But right now, We Buy Mid-Atlantic Homes, Hunting for Homes, pretty much the same thing. It's the team that is your partner in the Mid-Atlantic region. Call it Ohio East, basically. Whatever. Asset Mastermind, really back to REI Answer Man kind of thing. And then Storage Guys. Storage Guys is our self-storage buying group. We are also self-storage wholesalers. We are experts in self-storage. We are a little expert in mobile home parks, but we're very expert in self-storage. Very expert in multifamily, single family. I've done a number of flips. I don't love them, but I've done them. But we are very knowledgeable in all these areas. We're also, my goal here, and I'll be straight up, guys, the reason I'm trying to get more people on this, I'm not the guy that wants to write the transaction with the actual buyer or seller. I'm the guy that wants to be your back office and supporting you in your growth. Think of me as the chief engineer. I'm the one running it. I'm the one there when you need help, but I'm paying you most of the money so that you're the one at the front lines. So this is how we work, and this is what we are. And this is what I am. I'll just take you through. I've been doing this for 30 years. Really longer than I've ever done anything else in my life. I've been doing real estate. As a former TV producer, I kind of missed that world, but this is where I've been for a long time. I know commercial. My first building was commercial. I am a buyer. I'm currently made 3 offers today on property. So we will help you with everything you need. DSCR loans, whatever you need. We are here to help you. This is really what we're looking to do, is we're looking to help grow you. And Nair came on. Yay, hey buddy. Sorry, I was on a different screen. I didn't even see you.
All good. What's going on?
We're going to raise the production value of these things over the next little bit. Nair, anything new? Anything you wanted to talk about?
Not right now. Maybe a little later because I'm sort of kind of working through lists. You're talking about commercial, and it's funny because I'm doing multifamily lists right now. So,
All
so
right, all
it,
right. That's yeah.
so
All
I'm
right,
just
all right. Yeah. So
focusing.
I'm just kind of rattling through. I'm kind of restarting right now and reorienting everything.
Okay,
So I'm around all day. Whatever you need.
got you. Okay, we'll do.
All right, thanks. Um, and definitely good job grabbing multifamily lists and commercial lists and so forth.
Yeah.
Um, Also, my friend Joe Scarice posted I guess an article on LinkedIn about a week or two ago
Hmm.
on some of the best multifamily. His focus was Section 8 rental markets.
Okay.
Oddly enough, we are still in Scranton, one of the number one rental markets for Section 8 in terms of returns. Philly was surprising to be there. Indianapolis, Hartford, Connecticut, which blew my mind because Hartford's so freaking expensive, might be something to look at. Like again, I think we want to. I think like you and I have talked, we don't want to jump into random markets.
Exactly.
But at the same time, if people are saying, "Hey, I don't really like my local market; it kind of sucks," or "I don't really like what I'm working right now; it kind of isn't working," let's talk about where you go, and that's the important thing for everybody. Now, if you need to get back to what you're doing, but that's the important thing for everybody is that when you want to jump in a new market. Now, if you're not one of our JV partners and you're using us for your back office, you do you. We're not needing to be anywhere. But definitely, even if that's who you are and you don't need us to make the decision with you, um, feel free to reach out. Basically, what I'm saying is before you jump in a new market and you kind of look, oh well, let me today look in Alabama. Tomorrow, let me look in Tulsa. Before you start skipping around, um, let's talk about it because I've got some people who've been feeding me good markets besides where we currently are focused. So if somebody wants to do that, we are also a partner with, and I used taking a couple of these classes. We own a lifetime membership, I guess, to my partner. One of my associates has a land system developed specifically for land deals and finding land deals and analyzing land deals. Our self storage division has, or partnership, mentor, whatever, has a bunch of AIs built for the self storage community, meaning deal analysis, market analysis, whatever. So we have a lot of different resources. We have a dedicated toolkit to find self storage leads and sellers and whatever. We have a dedicated software for multifamily and single family and smaller residential. We have a dedicated software for land. So we have the tools. If you say, hey, I really want to become the land guru, great. Let us get you up to speed on the land software. Boom. People can be generalists, but it's also good to be. It's also sometimes good to focus on what you like. Kind of like me, I do a lot. I look a lot at self storage. I look a very tiny amount at mobile home parks. I'm starting to consider mixing that up, but basically that's it. So yeah, so the last thing I wanted to cover because this is sort of a reorientation. So what we're going to do moving forward in our schedule is Tuesdays are off market deal analysis, how to find deals. Wednesday is an open mic free for all. That's where you email me your questions. I will post new. If you send them to Steve at goodpeoplegoodhomes.com and you include question or you say REI homepage question or something that use the word question in your thing, I will go through every week and be answering the various questions. Come live, whatever. I know a lot of you can't make it live, so I'm trying to make this easier. If you join Asset Mastermind, we will, and by the way, we will be launching a Facebook community for this free JB group on Monday. So everyone should join that, and then we'll also go from there. And then Thursdays is licensee stuff, which everyone definitely consider getting licensed. It is so now that there's no NAR barrier or requirement, it's such a low bar. You might as well freaking get licensed in whatever state you're in. And you can still be our team member in a state we're not licensed in by just joining a local brokerage. And then I would just work something out with a local broker and say, hey, listen, this guy's your licensee. We may be doing deals in your market as off market. How do we need to coordinate? Typically, most brokers aren't going to give a crap. I just reach out and say, hey, or you reach out or whatever. So if you're licensed, if you're in another state, get licensed. If you're in a state and you want me to be your broker, let's have a conversation. I may be able to open a firm there. So anyway, so that's our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday training. The biggest thing right now is, guys, some of the most popular, and everyone has a different view of what's working right now. I'll be perfectly honest. I have one large call center telling me it is not pre-foreclosure. It is not foreclosure. It is not pre-NOD, which is a notice of default. And then I have other people saying, oh my God, that's where the soup is right now. So there is no rule, it's market, but everything in real estate is price, terms, and timeline. That's how a deal is made. But location, location, location. What works in Scranton may not work in Philly. What works in Philly may not work in South Carolina. Certainly you switch categories. What works in land doesn't work in self-storage. So, but I believe that typically, and this is a rule of thumb, if you're looking in pre-notice of something bad, contact your local code office and get the list of, they might push it through some hoops, but get the list of people who have code violations, code defaults, code issues. Contact your, prothonotary or other filing. Every county I'll have to teach you differently. And who's filed for pre-NOD? Who's been filed against for pre-foreclosure, whatever. Run your ads based on that. We're going to start running ads, and we can definitely involve you in the ad budget as well. Run your ads based on pre-NOD, pre-foreclosure. Tired landlord's always a winner for two reasons. One of which is, and we always say baby boomer, but let's be honest, most people born in the 40s and 50s and early 60s are pretty freaking old at this point. So the baby boomer fade out is happening. There is no doubt. But it's almost getting into the Gen X era. I'm 54. I was born in 1971. I'm not planning on selling. I'm planning on buying more. But there's a lot of people who've been lifetime landlords, and they've accrued a good collection. And they could keep them rolling, but they're just done. There's also tired landlords that they got into the game and just shit hits the fan. Too many leaks, too many this, too many that. God knows I've been there. And so tired landlord is always a good play. Non-owner occupied, absentee owner, out-of-state owner, typically always good plays. And then just, in general, people in need, people in situations. Divorces are okay. And I'm not putting anything down, and I'm not saying any of this is widespread, but divorces and inheritance, probate, the danger zones in those, besides the fact that they're sometimes slower, is that, remember, when you're dealing in a transaction of real estate, everyone on the deed has to agree to the process. I'm even going through one, and actually it's been going on for literally over a year, that the executor of the estate is the sister, the brother living in the property. They're having a pissing match, and there's lawsuits and stuff going on. She had the right to sign my listing agreement because she's the executor. I brought her 7 offers of full price, sight unseen, give me the damn deed. And she can't sign them because the brother is not the lawsuit's going on, and the brother is claiming certain rights. And until the court adjudicates it, we got nothing. We're out in the cold. So when you deal with divorces, when you deal with estates, when you deal with bankruptcy, by the way, is another winner. Anything they're doing to show they're screwed, no offense, is a winner. And remember, our job is not to take advantage of people in trouble. That's the opposite of what we do. Our job is to help save the people in trouble. They are paying for that savings. And I'll be perfectly blunt. That is, we're helping them by giving them less money than they might get in another path. So, but the reason divorces and estates and other categories are more difficult is because there's more than one interested party, and they're very often not on the same page. The executor of the estate might be like, screw it, I don't care. I want this property. I want this whole thing to close and go away. I know my sister who ran my mother's estate, and we'd already dealt with all the real estate. It was all pretty much perfunctory. She was doing a lot of work, but it was all pretty much railroad. this is the next step, this is the next step. But by the end of the estate, which lasted a little over a year, and most estates are about a year, she was just like done. And she did a lot of things. My sister took care of a lot of things, but it wasn't that hard. There was no, what do you call it? There was no fighting. It was done. But you've got to realize in a divorce situation, first of all, one party might be trying to screw the other by selling it out cheap, or whatever. So in those kinds of situations where there might be contention, just realize that we as brokers can list them and take a percentage of the spread, but just realize that the other parties might have an interest. But I love things where there's a very little emotional attachment, or there's a reverse emotional attachment. There's either I don't live there, I haven't lived there, it was my parents' house, it was a rental. It's a house, it's not a home. We buy houses, and as flippers, we sell homes. We buy something someone doesn't care about and sell it to someone who's going to care about it. So those are the kinds of things. Sometimes we're buying something people love, but they love getting rid of it more. I had a couple who loved this home, just absolutely loved this home, but it was causing other issues in their lives. And they brought, in one case, our fee was $7,000. This woman had to bring $6,000 to closing. So she didn't make money at closing. She didn't break even at closing. She lost $6,000. And she knew we were making $7,000. So basically, we were getting her entire amount of money. And she still brought us cookies and hugged us and tried to kiss us. And she gave us the best freaking video testimonial you could ever imagine. Because she was losing sleep over this property. This was a horrible thing in her life. And she was glad it was gone. That's what we do when we go after distressed people. I did one last week where, the guy's house, if I put it on the market as a broker, is worth $130, $150 all day long. And he signed at 100. I had it sold for 115, I think, the next day, like literally signed on Sunday, sold on Monday. And then he was in a tough spot, and he came to me like, I need a couple grand. And I said, okay, well, if I give you the couple grand, if title is clear, I verified the title had to be clear for me to do this, you're dropping your price to 90 grand. And he happily dropped his price by 10,000 to get the 2,500. And you're sitting here saying, well, why the hell would he do that? Well, because he needed that 2,500 now. Like now, not in 3 weeks, not in a month. He needed it today. And it was his choice. The best interest of your client, which is what realtors are told to do, his best interest was get rid of the property, get the money, get the $2,500. So we are here to solve people's problems. They're in foreclosure, they're in bankruptcy, they have whatever their reason is, they don't want the property. Or they've been listing it with an agent, and we can only deal through the agent if it's currently listed, and it hasn't moved as fast as they need. They need it moved faster. So bring us whatever you have. You have people who want to borrow money, we can help you get paid. You have people who want to buy, sell properties. You have buyers, great. We have a form for that. So anyway, that's all I got today. Anybody got any other questions? All right. See everybody tomorrow. I'm sorry. No, you're good.
So I just wanted to just ask the websites, were those the websites and the CRM and stuff that we were talking about last week, or is this like a new?
No. So basically, okay. So yeah, you were so REI homepage is kind of my page where everything I do exists.
Okay.
And so these are all websites that you have access to and whatever. Guerrilla Real Estate is when you finally get your license. Guerrilla is where your license is probably going to go. I Fund Your Deal. This is everything about us helping people borrow money and getting paid for doing that. So you can make money helping people do debt service coverage ratio, EMD, transactional, private, other kinds of money. You can make money doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Wholesale broker is our back office basically, it's kind of like, although Guerrilla Real Estate is not licensed nationally, I want to be clear. We can do loans nationally, but we're not real estate agents nationally. However, we offer basically brokerage back-end services to wholesalers nationwide. This is kind of what we're doing with you. I mean, you're part of the Hunting for Homes and Guerrilla Real Estate team, so we can work anywhere in the country that way. Wholesale brokers is some third-party wholesaler says, hey, I don't want you guys to take 20% of my deal. I want to pay a service fee for you to do these services for us. We have the CRM. If they want to kind of if they want to use our back office but not necessarily be part of us, that's where wholesale broker is. REI Answer Man is the education division, which is the asset mastermind and whatever. And again, you make a third of whichever package someone buys. If they buy the asset mastermind, you make $100. The $5.99 is actually going down to $5.50 just to make it more of a spread. I just realized these two double each other, so I'm like, no, I want it to be a discount. If they pick the $5.50, you get a third of that. So you get a third of our education stuff. So these are other ways for you to be making money. Crimson Cape PM, really not a lot there. I just keep it there because that's the property management company I run. We buy Mid-Atlantic Homes, which is another brand name for Hunting for Homes, basically, which is our wholesale company, our actual wholesale deal-making company. Asset Mastermind, which is part of REI Answer Man, and Storage Guys. So this is really nothing more than just the directory. Now, I did forget that up here under resources, this is where we're going to start putting some various resources that are interesting. We talk a lot about finding out if a property is in the flood zone. Well, that's what Flood Zone Finder is. It takes you right to the federal map. You enter your address. And this is the federal government telling us what flood zone we're in. And just quick answer is anything A is bad. Anything, which is also anything blue, is bad. Like this striped zone AE, I don't even know what the striped zone AE means anymore. I haven't looked at one of those in a long time. But if it has any version of A in it, now by bad doesn't mean we don't buy it. But bad means that flood insurance is going to be required for anyone using a loan for lending. Okay. So basically, and it's just a tool. It's just another tool we have available to us. We misspelled resources. That's fun. Tax assessment data, calculators. So this is another reason to use REI homepage. Is because on this top menu is an easy way to get to something, but also these resources, calculators and stuff. So for you, I emailed out to you and the other JV people last week, and I think I texted. There's really only two forms that matter right now. Is the buyer form and the seller form, and then you should have gotten, and hopefully you logged into it, the actual login to the CRM. Did that reach you last week?
What I got was, like I said, my email's been acting crazy. The only thing I got from you last week on November 25th was sorry for the internet issues.
That's good. Okay. All right. So I'll circle back because the Go High Level developer was supposed to resend out everyone's introductions, but I'll circle back with him and find that out.
Okay.
Because basically, for those of you who have signed up with us as a free JV member or a student, you get access to you have full access to the CRM, and that's a whole different conversation. But I need to get everyone to log into it. So let me find out where he's at with that. All right, so I'm going to readdress his answers. Any other questions?
No, that's about it. No, okay. I'll keep you posted on my other stuff.
Yeah, give me a call when you can. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay, all right, thanks.